you still have notes for each other underneath that loose rock?
No, I don't.
Don't be afraid, Sam. You know what we had? It was good, and it was true, and it was beautiful. Look at this note you left me.
It was a long time ago. What a love-struck fool I was. And you married Julian the very next day.
You know, my family pressured me into it. I knew it was a mistake, but I was powerless to stop it.
No, Ivy. If you'd really loved me, nothing or no one on this earth could have ever made you marry someone else.
I wasn't as strong as you are, Sam. I couldn't fight them all. But I never stopped loving you. You've got to believe me. And you promised, you swore you'd never stop loving me.
Ivy, it is over.
I thought telling Sam that Ethan was our son would reignite his love and bring him back to me. I never thought that telling Sam the truth would destroy Ethan's future. Thank God I was able to convince Sam that he's not Ethan's father. Now Ethan's future is safe, and mine is as empty as ever. Oh, there must be a way to bring Sam back to me, back into my life.
How do you deal with Ivy Train? A woman who would say or do anything just to get Sam back again. Even lie about him being Ethan's father.
Ivy's relentless, that's for sure.
Poor Sam. The situation that he's in. You know, I would go crazy if there was a threat to my family's happiness.
I know what you mean.
Honey, you're still not upset about those pictures with Whitney and Chad at the wedding benefit, are you?
Chad just seems way too familiar with our daughter. I mean, granted, he saved her life twice, but that doesn't give him the right to expect things in return.
Honey, relax, okay? Take it easy. Whitney and Simone, they're innocent when it comes to boys. And with you as their role model, I'm sure they'll stay that way until they get married. But let's go upstairs and say goodnight to our two angels.
I can't wait to give Chad a full-body sponge bath.
I know, and then we can compare notes about when I saw Miguel all natural in the locker room. Simone, just be sure that you keep Whitney away from Chad. She may say that she has no interest in him, but I guarantee you that she will try to get him away from you when you turn your back.
That is so not true. Where's Chad? We left him right here.
Excuse me, this is my house, okay? In my room. What exactly? What do you think you are doing here? Get off me!
Such a beautiful night out. I'm tired of being cooped up in here. It'll be nice to take a walk on the wharf.
I want you to get Sharon down on the wharf tonight. I'll be waiting for her. As soon as I have a clear shot, I take her out.
Are you sure you want to go to the wharf?
I love looking at the ocean in the moonlight. And I promise we won't stay long. Luis will never even know that we're gone. And even if he does find out, it'll be too late for him to do anything about it anyway.
Yeah, you're right. It would be too late.
Look, stop worrying about Sheridan. Hank will take care of her.
Asking Teresa to be your maid of honor was a huge mistake. That girl is out to get her hooks in Ethan.
You're right, Mother. Teresa tracked down my best friend Bailey and injected her with the measles just so she could take Bailey's place at the wedding.
Gwen, look, I'm telling you, the housekeeper's daughter is a wolf in sheep's clothing. And she's about to snag your man.
I knew you'd come for me, Ethan.
Teresa.
Well, that's why you're here, isn't it? To tell me that you love me?
Yes. That's why I'm here.
places and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew could take me highest. Breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Okay, let's go to the wharf. I just hope Luis doesn't pop back in and find us gone and then come looking for us. Hello?
This is your last warning. Get Sheridan down to the wharf now, or say sayonara to both your nieces.
Something wrong?
It's just this guy I'm doing business with. He thinks he owns me. Let's go.
Oh, it feels so good to be outside. Fresh air, moonlight. Tonight is simply to die for.
Luis, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be guarding Sheridan?
I just came in to finish up some paperwork. Hank's over at Sheridan's cottage, watching out for her till I get back. Ethan Crane. Why are you shredding his file? More importantly, what are you doing with the file of Ethan Crane?
Ethan was born prematurely.
Ethan is not my son.
Well, you knew I was doing some research on Ethan in case he tried to have me fired for the prom boat seeking.
Right?
Turned out to be a waste of time. There's nothing in Ethan's past of interest to me.
Well, that Crane kid can still be a bastard sometimes, can't he?
Yeah, I can't argue with that. Yeah, but what do you expect? You have Julian for a father and Ivy for a mother. The Cranes stop at nothing until they get what they want.
Ivy? Wow. Gwen. Hi. Rebecca. I certainly didn't expect to see the two of you here.
I'm glad we ran into you. It looks like my friend Bailey has the measles, and she won't be able to be my maid of honor.
Oh.
So Teresa's filling in.
Well, how nice.
Nice? That girl is after Ethan.
Rebecca, that's impossible.
See? Mother, Ivy agrees with me. Teresa is no threat to my happiness.
No, really, Rebecca, I trust Teresa completely.
Well, then you're as naive as Gwen. I'm telling you both. The housekeeper's daughter wants Ethan all for herself.
I came here to tell you that I love you.
I know it, Ethan.
Oh, Teresa, wait. Let me finish. I came here to tell you that I love you as a friend. Not as a girlfriend or a future wife. But someone I care about. Someone I want to be happy.
Why did you come here to tell me something you know I don't want to hear, Ethan?
Well, because I didn't have a chance to explain to you in private how I really feel.
I don't want to hear why you don't love me, Ethan, so you might as well just leave.
But, Teresa, it's important that you understand how I feel. I mean, especially now that you're Gwen's maid of honor. I mean, I can't marry her with you standing next to us, dying inside, when Gwen and I are exchanging our wedding vows.
Don't ask me to stop loving you, Ethan. Because I can't.
You know, this is all my fault. I mean, you wouldn't have a crush on me if I hadn't kissed you down at the wharf that night.
No, you couldn't be more wrong. This picture of us when we were children. It proves that what I feel for you is more than just a crush.
Teresa.
Do you see the way I am looking at you? That's love, Ethan. Pure and simple. I have loved you even then, and I have never stopped. And you cared enough about me to give me a present. This picture proves that we were meant to be together. And deep in your heart, I know you know it too.
What are you doing here? Why are you acting like this? Are you on drugs or something?
I am not on drugs. I'm on you.
Mom, Dad, I have something to tell you.
Sugar Bear, you seem upset.
What's wrong?
It's about Chad. He's in the house.
Chad is here?
Well, you see, he's...
Whitney!
Get off my daughter, you bastard!
Daddy, don't hurt him!
You think you can force yourself on my girl and get away with it?
Hold on.
Daddy, please!
Everybody get out of here!
Daddy, he's hurt!
Wait. What is this about Chad being hurt?
It's his side! He's bleeding!
Oh my God. That's why he fell on top of me. He was weak from losing blood.
We found him. He was half conscious and bleeding on the wharf, and he wouldn't let us take him to the hospital. That's why we brought him here.
Okay, everybody, please, just get out while I examine him.
Cranes think they have a right to whatever they want, and they'll do whatever it takes to get it.
Yeah, well, you're preaching to the choir, Sam. I don't know how or why, but somehow my father got in their way. Cranes got rid of him. One day I'll find out what happened. But I don't trust him any more than you do.
Not even Sheridan?
Well, she can be damn stubborn at times.
So can we all. But she's basically a good kid. So is Ethan. He's not as evil as Julian or Alistair. Just a little mixed up at times.
What about Ivy? She's only a Crane by marriage?
Ivy might have been a totally different person if she hadn't married Julian. But she did. And at best, I think she's just a lost soul searching for something that she'll never find. But spending all those years being married to a Crane, I think she's turned into one. There's no telling what she could do.
I don't doubt Ethan's love for Gwen. I simply don't trust a girl from the wrong side of the tracks not to try to derail this wedding.
Mother, it's done, okay? Teresa is going to be my maid of honor, and I, for one, am grateful to her for that. Which reminds me, I need to find Teresa and talk to her about her hairstyle for the wedding. And I don't think it's too late to do it tonight, so good night, Mother.
Good night.
And if you're not going to listen to me, please believe Ivy. Teresa is not a problem. Good night, Ivy.
No one had better muck with my daughter's happiness, especially your housekeeper's daughter.
Teresa, you're wrong. This photo proves nothing. You're seeing something that isn't there.
It's there. I can see the love between us even then. The same way I feel it between us now. Ethan, I love everything about you. Top to bottom, inside and out. But especially the way you look at me.
What do you mean?
You look at me with love in your eyes.
Teresa, yes, it's love, but... Look, it's not romantic love. It's me loving you as a friend. And if you can't tell the difference between the two, maybe you shouldn't be Gwen's maid of honor. Maybe you shouldn't go to the wedding. I mean, it would upset me to see you get hurt.
Because you care about me.
Look, Teresa, why don't you and Whitney go on a trip somewhere? You know, forget about the wedding, forget all about me.
Do you really think I could ever forget about you, Ethan? Forget what I feel about you? Because I can't. Don't you understand? I love you, Ethan.
How is he?
Well, not well, I'm afraid. Exerting himself swimming after the prom boat sank, opened up his surgical incision. So besides being in pain, he's running a fever. He needs to go to the hospital.
No, hospital. I got no insurance. And I hate taking handouts.
The blood on the chair at the book cafe, Karen showed me and Teresa. It was Chad's.
You knew Chad was hurt and you didn't try to help him.
I wasn't sure, Simone. I went to Chad's apartment to see if he was okay, but he pretended like everything was fine. I cannot believe I didn't realize that he was hurting and that he had been hurting for days.
Well, how did you know where Chad lives, unless you'd been to his apartment before?
That's right, Whitney. Have you been to Chad's place before?
Now, isn't this better than sitting around the cottage?
You got her here. Good work. Now maneuver Sheridan into the light so I can get a good shot at her. Then step away.
Please don't do this. Sheridan's a terrific woman. She doesn't deserve to die.
Neither do your nieces, Hank. Now shut up and do as you're told.
Is there a chance of you and Sheridan ending up together?
Excuse me?
Say you wipe the slate clean and start over. Let me forget about all the fights that you've had, Julian's bribes and threats, and the fact that she's a crane. Could you see yourself with Sheridan?
Well, I'll be honest with you, Sam. Sheridan's a beautiful woman, inside and out. And there's times, even when we're fighting, that I look at her and think that there's a way that she's the one. And when I'm alone by myself, you know, I start wondering that, you know, what our lives would be like. It's great. Yeah, it's incredible. But, you know, it's all just a dream. There's no way that'll ever happen. You know, even though she's way different from the rest of her family, she is still a crane. And I cannot shut my eyes to who she really is.
Yeah, I hear you. No matter how you try to get around it, the dark side of that family rears its ugly head.
I'll tell you, though, if she wasn't a crane, I would run after her, I would catch her, I wouldn't let her go. That's just wishful thinking. She is a crane, she always will be. And hell, she even lives in the cottage that used to be my family's home. You know, it's as if every time I want to be close to her and be with her, past just destroys any connection that's between us.
When you're done protecting her, you gotta make a clean break. You gotta put Sheridan and your feelings for her behind you.
Maybe I should put it in writing so it's clear to both Sheridan and me that it's really over between us.
You know, that might be the only way.
Teresa, I'm committed to Gwen. I'm going to marry her.
Then why did you kiss me on the wharf that night?
Oh, I was wrong to do that. And I didn't come here to kiss you tonight.
But don't you know by now that you can't tell yourself what to feel? You kissed me on the wharf because you wanted to. And if you kiss me again, it'll be for the same reason.
No. I got carried away, that's all.
Kiss me, Ethan. Kiss me and see. It's me you love.
Pilar? Teresa? Teresa must be asleep. I don't want to wake her, but I am already here and there's not much time before the wedding.
You are my passion for life.
Whitney Russell, I am waiting for an answer. How do you know where Chad lives? Have you been to his place before?
Yeah, Daddy, I have.
Prepare to be an only child. Well, I want an explanation, young lady, and I want it now.
Mom, when we were visiting Chad at the hospital right after the accident, Jessica was candy striping, and she asked me if I could just go to his apartment and get some clothes for him to wear home. And I said yes. How could I refuse? Chad had saved my life. It was the least that I could do.
You're right, honey.
I agree with your father.
Remind me to get Jessica for trying to play matchmaker.
TC, would you go to the hospital and get some antibiotics for Chad?
Sure, honey.
I'll call ahead and have a kit waiting for you.
Okay.
Mom, are you saying Chad can stay here? Well, if we take him to the hospital against his will and he leaves, he could just worsen his condition. I'm not happy about it at all, but I think it's probably best for Chad if we just tend to him here.
Yeah.
I mean, after all, he did save Whitney's life. Not once, but twice.
Well, I'll be back shortly.
This is my big chance. Now I want you to come help me find something else to wear because when Chad wakes up, I want to be wearing something sexy and grown up.
Okay.
Mom, Chad is going to be all right, isn't he?
With rest and proper care, he should be fine.
Thank you so much.
Whitney, you're trembling. Is that because of Chad?
No, what do you mean?
Well, I'm wondering if maybe you are more worried about him than you let on.
What would make you think that?
Tell me the truth, Whitney. What is it that you really feel about Chad?
I have a confession to make. Being here takes me back to this summer night when I was home from boarding school and I met this local boy from Harmony High. Before I knew it, we were making out like crazy. Oh, God, he was so hot.
Rebecca, I am shocked.
Are you telling me that you never had a tryst with one of the local boys? All the girls in our set were doing it. Forget blue blood. Blue collar was the way to go back then. Oh, how I wanted him to make love to me. But I knew that if I got pregnant, I'd be an outcast, and it's not as though I wanted to marry him, so...
Did you ever see him again?
I didn't dare. I knew I wouldn't be able to resist it. He just oozed sex.
Well, what about now? If you saw him now, would you be able to resist him?
Well, that would depend on the situation.
Well, say you could have a long-term affair and no one would get hurt. Would you do it?
Are you speaking hypothetically or from personal experience?
Excuse me?
Well, you seem so curious. I'm just wondering if you've rekindled an old flame of yours.
Hardly. Julian, being the hypocrite that he is, would divorce me on the spot.
The old double standard. My husband's the same way. Pig. As for the young stud that I made out with that summer coming back into my life, I don't know what I would do. Speaking of studs, look at that hot hunk over there. How'd you like to be under the sheets with him?
Teresa, it's Gwen. Are you there?
Gwen will never understand if she finds me here. I don't want to hurt her.
I'll go see what she wants.
Hi.
What are you doing here?
Well, I came by to talk about your hairstyle for the wedding, and I was going to knock on the door, and I noticed it was open, so I just let myself in. I hope you weren't sleeping.
No, I wasn't.
Okay, well, I have the pictures of the hairstyles that my bridesmaids will be having, and I thought we could take a look at your sketch of the maid of honor's dress and pick out something that would be complimentary to everyone else's.
That's a good idea.
Okay, where's the sketch?
It's in my room.
Okay, well, do you mind if we go in and take a look at it?
Well, Whitney, what is it that you feel for Chad, really?
Chad is just a friend. And that photo, it's not what it seems. You know, this was all just staged for the benefit. The only thing I feel for Chad is gratitude to him for saving my life.
Well, I hope that that's true. No, I would hate for you to get involved with Chad out of some misguided sense that you owe him anything.
Well, trust me, Mom, the only thing I'm involved with right now is my tennis. I don't have time for boys, and that includes Chad.
Well, I'm very glad to hear that, sweetheart. And you have plenty of time for boys later. Right sort. Simone, what is that you're wearing?
Oh, it's just another top.
Go in there and change into something decent right now.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, but where's Chad gonna stay once you dress his bandage and put him on antibiotics? He doesn't want to go back to the hospital.
And he shouldn't go home. I mean, he'd be there all by himself, with no one to look after him.
So you were suggesting that Chad stay here until he recovers?
No. I was just saying that maybe...
Come on, Whitney. Chad has saved your life twice. We owe it to him to save him.
Oh, well, how very altruistic of you, Simone. And how very self-serving. We'll talk about the reason that you want Chad to stay here after you go and change that top. Oh, is it a mistake to let Chad stay here?
Oh, why did Sam come to our secret spot? It couldn't be by accident. Is it possible that he's had a change of heart? He's going to leave me a note saying he wants to see me again?
Don't waste your time drooling over Harmony's handsome police chief. I hear that he's happily married with 3 children and an orphan niece.
I wonder how she'll react when she sees this.
Sam's leaving me a note, just like old times.
Really, Ivy? What would Ethan think if he saw you gawking at beefcake like Sam Bennett?
Do you mind if we talk in your room so we don't wake up Pilar?
Ethan left. Part of me wishes he would have stayed so Gwen would know what's going on. She'd get mad, call off the wedding.
So where's the sketch, Teresa?
It's right here.
Oh, great. So this is how my bridesmaids are going to be wearing their hair. How would you like to wear your hair?
Maybe a chignon with some, like, little curls at my temples.
Oh, I think that's perfect. Oh, great. Well, now that that's out of the way, it should be smooth sailing right up until the wedding.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, just don't be surprised if something goes wrong between now and the wedding. I mean, odds are it will. I just think that you should be prepared.
You're right. That's good advice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I guess I should get going. And Teresa, who knows? Maybe with a little luck, the man of your dreams will be at the wedding.
I have no doubt that the man I'm going to marry will be there.
I'm shivering.
The wind has picked up. You know, I am a bit chilly. Maybe we should head home.
Here, take my jacket.
Oh, thanks. I really think we should be leaving, though. What if Luis calls the cottage and finds we're not there? He'll go ballistic, and he'll never trust you to be alone with me again.
Forget Louise, okay? Let's just enjoy the moment while we can, okay?
It's nice, isn't it? The moon and the stars, the waves breaking on shore. Just realize how wonderful it is to be alive, isn't it? Hey, what's wrong?
You know, I do admit that having Chad stay with us until he's better would be a big change for us. And maybe even inconvenient at times. But, I don't see how helping him could be a mistake.
This is why, Whitney.
Look, I already told you that was just because...
To raise money for charity.
Right. There's nothing going on between me and Chad.
Still, Whitney, between what happened up at the Crane cabin and this benefit, I mean, it's obvious that there is some familiarity between you and Chad. And some familiarity that I don't approve of. Now, couple that with misplaced gratitude you feel about his saving your life, and, you know, I don't know. It makes me feel very uneasy.
Look, Mom, you can trust me. Chad is the last guy on Earth that I would ever get involved with.
Okay, Whitney, I'm going to take you at your word. Just don't do anything that will make me lose faith in you.
I won't. I swear.
Oh, well, all right. Chad can stay until he gets better.
Sam and I always left our love notes under that stone. Is it possible that he's had a change of heart? That Sam wants me back in his life, in his bed again, after all this time? Sam's leaving me a note. He's leaving me a love note.
Well, what have we here? It looks like Harmony's Finest is leaving a note for someone under that rock. Could Sam Bennett be having an extramarital fling?
Well, I don't think it's any of our business.
Well, speak for yourself. I have to get my hands on that note and see who it's for.
No, you can't.
Watch me. Sam Bennett has a secret love, and I'm about to find out her name. I wonder if it's someone I know.
Night, Teresa. Thanks. Bye. Ethan, what are you doing here?
Oh no, Ethan's been caught. Wait, this is perfect. Well, now the truth will come out. Ethan will have to admit to Gwen that he loves me.
Sheridan! Hank? Huh. Must be in the kitchen. Hello? In there. Must be in the bedroom. Hey, you guys in there? Damn it. Where the hell are they? Sheridan! Hank! Sheridan! Sheridan!
Hank, what's wrong? Hey, if you want to leave, just say so. Hank, what is wrong? Why are you acting this way?